Okay, so this is going to be our video for our yellow X right now. So if we look at our Rubik's Cube, and I rotate around, we have our two layers and the white bottom, okay? So the top is going to look slightly different for everybody when you try to do this, okay? So a few things I like to think about. What you ultimately need to do is you need to have a yellow L. So here's my like a capital L, but it's backwards, okay? So it's up and to the left. So basically what I'm looking for, I don't want to hold my Rubik's Cube like this. I want to hold it like this where I have a backwards L. It doesn't matter if more of these are yellow or not. I at least want to have this one, and this one yellow. That's ultimately what I'm trying to do, okay? So I'm going to mix it up so it's not like that so you can see what to do. So now that you see this, now you're like, there's no yellow L, backwards L right here, right? You're like, it's just a straight line across. So there's several different ways you can do it. Don't worry about these sides here. We're not worried about that yet. We'll fix those things. So if I held my Rubik's Cube like this, that's fine. Typically, if you have a straight line, you want to have it left and right. It'll make it a lot easier. You don't have to. So if I have it like this, ultimately I'm going to want to do this strategy. So I'm going to do the front, I'm going to rotate it to the right, so clockwise. Then I take the right side, move that up. Then I take the top and I move it clockwise as well. And then I'm going to bring the right side back, and then the top back, and then I'm going to move this back down, okay? So now you're like, well, great, now you have a yellow middle, and that's it. So I'm just going to keep doing that. So front, right, up, front, okay? So I like to remember this as front, right, up, front. Thinking about sitting in the classroom, so you'd say the front, right, up, and then you bring everything back and you say right up front, okay? So, but if you notice this, I actually have the yellow L that I wanted. If I just take now my cube and rotate it, I have my yellow L there, right? So great. So if I have my yellow L there, right, I'm going to now fix these two. I'm going to do the same strategy. So now that these two are here, notice how when I did that before, I had this, and so now I can turn it, my cube, so that way I have that backwards L right there. I need this, this, and this to be yellow. Now, if this is in the corner, my top left corner like that, now I'll be able to make my yellow X by doing the same strategy. So now I do front. So notice I'm moving. When I do my front, it's clockwise. Right is clockwise. And then up is clockwise. So I do front, right, up. And now I'm going to do everything reversed, but it's right, up, front. And now you're like, you messed it up. I know. Now I'm going to do it again. So front, right, up, front. Now I have my yellow X. So I want to show you, though, I'm going to write this down here so you can see this. So it's front, right, up, and then it's right, up, front. So if you notice this, if I wrote it all the way out, the pattern kind of skips a little bit. Let me get a better marker here. So front, right, up, then right, up, front. So notice these are all clockwise, and then these are all going to be counterclockwise. I'm bringing it back, okay? So, but notice how the right and the up reverse. So front, right, up, front. So here we go. Look at this. So I'm going to mess it up and I'll fix it. I can just keep doing this pattern. It'll eventually fix itself too. So move this a little bit out of the way. front, right, up, and then I just think of, if you want to sit in the classroom, you want to sit right up front. So then I bring the right, up, front. I messed it up, but I have that yellow backwards L right here. My whole cube is basically how I had it before. So once again, if people are looking at it like this, you're like, I don't have that yellow L right here. You do, we just need to rotate that. You could just move the whole cube if you wanted. So now that I have this yellow backwards L, I just do front, right up front. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm taking this piece right here and I'm like swapping it over here, and then this one's coming over here too. So these two are kind of like swapping is basically what I'm kind of doing. So front, right, up, right, up, front. Okay. I want to keep this side facing me. If I turn it now and try to do that, it's going to mess up. I'm going to have to keep doing this. I'll have like an infinite loop of doing this algorithm. So basically what I'm doing, I'm basically switching these two cubes is what I'm doing. All right. So once again, now watch. This one is yellow and orange, and this one is green and yellow. So front, right, up, front. And remember how I said I was swapping them? Well, there's the orange and yellow, and here's my green and yellow. I also added those two in. So now I have my I have my yellow X right there. This is I'm partially done with my Rubik's Cube now. I just have a few more things to do and I'll be done. Okay. So as you can see here, some people are like, this color doesn't match where it needs to. I can move this. Yes, it works here. Doesn't work here. Oh, it works there. Doesn't work here. So basically this piece is going to need a swap over here. We'll watch another video for that one.